you grew up in Los Angeles in the 80s, kind of the epicenter of racial unrest here in the US, and obviously witnessed a lot of racism firsthand. How did that kind of shape your childhood?
It had a huge impact. When you're born into it, you think that's how it's supposed to be, which is a scary thought. But we were pretty much an occupied state. Now that I know what that term means in my older years, we were held in check, and when we got out of line, there were consequences. When we didn't get out of line, there was consequences, and so you rode around with the fear that because you were Black, you could possibly be pulled over and brutalized, and so you just became accustomed to it, and it definitely shapes the way you perceive law enforcement, the relationship between the community and law enforcement.
You played basketball at University of San Diego, which was pretty different racial makeup than what you were used to. What sort of challenges did you face as a minority at USD?
One of the reasons I really liked the idea of going to USD was because it was different than what I had grown up knowing. After a date with a Black girl from San Diego State, we were basically pulled over and surrounded by police right in front of Maher Hall on campus. And I wonder if that incident would have happened if I was white. All I could think about was, wow, you go through this and you live through it and you adapt to it. And just when you think, man, I made it to, I'm in college, nobody here is thinking like that. And for it to happen was just a real reality check for me. And it reminded me that this is going to be a reoccurring theme in my life.
You get to the NBA first as an assistant coach and then as a head coach, and people might think, okay, at that point, like, you've made it, and maybe you're past that point. But obviously, we've still seeing today that players go through this all the time. Even LeBron James, right, is told to just shut up and dribble. What kind of scrutiny did you face as a head coach in the NBA in regards to speaking out about racial justice?
When I was in Memphis, I spoke out, harshly about Donald Trump and how he handled Charlottesville and the whole statues issue. And I really started pushing behind a group called Take 'Em Down 901, who have been fighting this fight in Memphis about 2 statues for years. And I got a backlash within the corporate world. People that sponsored the team threatened to pull out. But, at the end of the day, I don't regret getting active. Here I was, a Black coach in a predominantly Black city that was really suffering from poverty and just the generational impact of slavery, Jim Crow. Like, Memphis is a picture of what the repercussions of that. And here it is, I'm in the city where Dr. King was assassinated. I just felt a real urgency and responsibility to have to speak up. And if we don't speak up for that when we have the platform to, then we are really missing our responsibility as a human being.